Need them, no beds. Oh God, I'm absolutely cream crackered. Been walking around Manchester all day, filming. I don't know if you saw, but I went to Strangeways prison today. Little plug there. Go and check that out on the live. Just had an absolute nightmare, you know. I had a nightmare. My adapter for my tripod, where you put the phone in, it's hanging by a thread. If I just tap it, see that it kind of just falls a little bit. StreamYard, it's just asked me to upgrade at the last second. It's like, you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade. So you must only get so many. Check all these lights coming in. Keep them all coming in. Keep them flowing. Keep them showing. Keep them going. So yeah, I wanted to do it on StreamYard because I like to highlight people's comments, but sadly, you must only get a certain amount of videos. So I'll upgrade it, yeah, I'll pay for it. How's it going, everybody? Coffee at this time is not the norm, is it? But hey ho, that's the way it is. So we'll just spend a few minutes here before we get into it. Where's my chat? Why can't I see my chat? Someone say something, because I can't see no chat right now. First time I've had these open, and it's been warm for a while. So that's nice. The garden, the apple tree. There we go. Marion Wotherspoon, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, everyone hit like on the way in. Claire, nice to see you, Claire. I'm going to give out some memberships today. I've got 10 to give out because it is the 1st of April, so it is membership giving time. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's a discussion that needs to be had. This has had a real impact on myself personally, Adolescence. So this is a open discussion. Yes, OG. Yes, the Blue Nomad. Nice to see you. Hit that like on the way in. We'll give it a few minutes and then we'll start on it. So as I was saying, StreamYard is... I was just about to press live on StreamYard and it went, you must upgrade. I'm like, what do you mean I've got to upgrade? I thought like I had like the free package. And obviously you only get a certain amount of videos or whatever. So we're on YouTube Live, as you can see. Let's see who's in the house. And we'll say a few hellos, a few shout outs. Yeah, it's beautiful there. And then we'll get into the video. So who we got? We've got Marion, we've got Claire, we've got the OG Jenny, big love. We've got the Blue Nomad. Where's your thingy gone? Was you a moderator? Was you a moderator, Blue Nomad? Oh no, you weren't, were you? Sorry, I picked up someone else. That's awkward. But the future's bright. Yeah, so hi to the Blue Nomad. It's almost weekend. How you doing? Teresa. Carola Bergen. Hello from Canada. No, I don't think you were. I'm getting confused with someone else who's a moderator. Right, I'm going to give out some... I'm going to immediately fire in with some memberships. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm really tired. Like walking around Manchester today, doing the going Strangeways and the sun. It's just absolutely knackered me. My tripod's breaking. StreamYard won't work. My head is up my behind. So right. Let's give out some memberships straight away, and then we're going to get into this. If you've got something to say about Adolescence, then tonight is the time. Tonight, this afternoon is the time. It's an open discussion, whatever you want to say. I don't really have notes in front. Well, I don't have any notes. I've got something that I want to discuss, but I've got no notes because this is about us talking about Adolescence. Let me go on to my channel on here so I can give out some memberships. For the man that never really goes live, I've gone live twice today. Twice. That's a record, isn't it? And something really interesting happened today. Really interesting. So let me give out 5 memberships now. And I'll give out 5 in a bit. And turn this down. I need to be really careful. Adolescence. No, it's a series that's just been on Netflix. And it's one of the best pieces of drama I've ever seen in my life. If you've not seen it, I suggest you go and give it a watch. Right, let's get out some memberships anyway. Where are we? Don't forget to like on the way in. Give it a share. Give us a comment. Always helps. And let's give out some... Oh, I can't do it like that. I need to go on to... onto this. Yeah, I was going to talk about that, Teresa. The last episode, I really want to talk about that last episode. If there's ever a scene, that will bring a tear to even the toughest man in the world, it's that final scene in Adolescence. It's unbelievable. And I've got something really interesting to let you know as well. So, okay, so let me get onto YouTube on my iPad so I can give out some memberships. And once I've given out 5 memberships, we'll get straight into it. Right, here we go, that's better. How is everyone tonight? Hiya, Tracy. Don't forget to give a like on the way in. It just helps with the video. It helps it to move around the algorithm. You know, that old classic. Jenny's all over it. Thank you, Jenny. Right. So membership time. When it loads. But isn't it beautiful to see the back garden again with the tree and that bird? Yeah, it's great to have the sun shining again. The apple tree is going to start growing its apples soon. Right, memberships. Right, memberships in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, let's see who gets them. Right, 5 have been given out. So, Claire R, Nami Lanny loves to craft, Dry Spell Karina Prop, and Jacqueline Keeley. Congrats on your memberships. There is many videos on this channel which are just for members, exclusive to members. So go and check those out. There's all sorts of stuff on there which is pretty much just exclusive to members. So there's 5 there. I'm going to give 5 out later on. So let's talk about Adolescence. I'll give you my thoughts on it straight, like first of all, and then I want people to, this is all about interaction, this is a live discussion, I want people to talk about their thoughts on it. So I saw Adolescence last week, about last week, and I've seen it about 3 or 4 times since then, and something like that hasn't really had an impact on me. Something hasn't really had an impact on me like that has before. And I think that everybody will take something different from Adolescence. I don't think this is about Jamie. I don't think this is about a young boy killing a young girl, per se. I don't think it's about any one thing in particular. I don't think it's about how a family grieves of a perpetrator or of a victim. Obviously, they don't go into the victim side of things. Basically, the point I'm making is I think this show is very subjective to what you take from it. So, me watching it, I found that the message that it gave to me was, and it got me thinking, because I've got an 11-year-old daughter, and I know this focuses on like the manosphere and young lads and their culture, but I think there's a broader picture here, and I think that broader picture is about, for me anyway, is what is the generation now that age between 10 and 20, like, what is actually going on with their culture and in their lives now? Because only watching that has really like got into my head that, I mean, I'm cautious anyway with my daughter, any protective father would be, but it's watching this and it's really got into my head about the social media age. What are they seeing on the internet? What are they watching? What are they absorbing? And when they've got their doors closed, what are they taking in? And also, just the social media age. It's a dangerous one, isn't it? It's a dangerous one. I think they've got so many, this young generation now has got so many apps and outlets to choose from. So whether it be Snapchat or TikTok or Instagram, there's a lot of anxiety comparing to each other, pressures, bullying, which doesn't happen in person. It does, but then you leave school, and you know, back when I was younger, and back when a lot of you were younger, you go home and there wasn't Snapchat, TikTok, social media. Now it follows you. It follows you, doesn't it? So there's no real escape. And I think it's a hard time. I think it's a hard time to be growing up. It's really, really scary. And yeah, that's kind of my take on it. It's made me ponder about how different it is to be growing up in this day and age, and I don't think it's great. I'm so ready for GTA 6. You know what? So am I. When is GTA 6 going to come out? So I'm going to go read some of these comments. I'm going to read them off the... Hold on a minute. What's going on here? I'll read them off the iPad here. So let me ask you guys, what did you take from Adolescence? Has it had an impact on you? And what impact has it had? What's it made you think about? Have you had conversations with your children? Has it made you, wonder, like, what are they absorbing on their iPads and their iPhones and all that kind of stuff? GTA 6 is Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's been in the making for God knows how long now. We'll talk about it in if we talk about this show in its episodes and how it was done. So you've got that first episode which focuses on the arrest, the basically the capture of Jamie, and I feel like that first episode, that first episode, I think what's different about it is in shows like, I don't think there's been a show like this before, but in like murder, in shows of murder or crimes like this, an episode that starts off in the way that it does, I feel like it tries to take you down a garden path of, I don't think he's done this. I don't think Jamie's done this, because you can quickly learn that his dad seems like a great hardworking man. His mum seems like a decent lady. His sister seems quite normal. Looking for a better word, but quickly we discover that this is not a whodunit, it's a whydunit. And I think a lot of us were shocked when you get towards the end and you've got this young lad Jamie, who seems so innocent, so small, just a kid, isn't he? And then we actually learn in the first episode that he did it, and it's caught on camera, and his dad saw it. Stephen Graham, by the way, what an absolute goat of an actor, one of the finest actors in the land. So let's have a look at some of these comments anyway. I'll just go through some of these comments. Right, okay. So the Blue Nomad, I don't think it's based on a real, it's not based on a particular one story, but I think Stephen Graham acted as Eddie, the dad, and he co-created it and co-wrote. I think he co-wrote, he definitely co-created. And he said he heard stories about knife crime in this country, and he heard about a boy that killed a girl, and it hurt his heart, which it would anybody. And he wanted to do this one shot kind of style. So no, it's not based on. Is it a lie if it's based on a real story then? No, it's not like, yeah, it's not based, like I said, it's not based on one particular story, but it's based on like the culture, because it does happen in this country. People do get stabbed, and younger people are committing these kind of these kind of crimes, and who knows why that is. And I think that's the point of it, really. Like, why, how, not a whodunit, but a whydunit. The Desolate one, to me, it's about what influence can do, what unchecked family drama can cause. That, as a parent's got to look at the content kids look at. Yeah, I agree. What influence can do on the internet. I think what's interesting though, and you make a point there about what unchecked family drama can cause. I think the point here is that, and what Stephen Graham wanted to make, is that he wanted to make this, and it not to be about, not to put the blame on the parents. The blame, it would be easy to make a show like this and then show an alcoholic mum or an abusive father or a child that had a dodgy uncle when he was younger, but that's not the case. His dad's a hard-working guy, his mother's decent, his sister's grown up to be a decent young lady. So it's showing that it isn't the family's fault, and that this is why we're here. Like, why did Jamie do this? I have learnt today as well that this will be shown. This will be shown in schools. Quickly go on to that. So yeah, Adolescence will be shown in, 1 second. I've got to accept cookies, of course. Oh God, that's an awful link. I've got the worst link ever. 1 sec. Let's go on to... Let's go on to this. Right, so Adolescence will be shown in schools across the UK to create awareness of social media harm. And I think that's it, innit? Social media harm. Personally, just to talk about one of the social media platforms, I despise TikTok. I really, really can't stand TikTok. I think it's like a guise for, it's a guise for, what's the word? It's a guise for content, which is basically adult content, and it's kind of like, it's sneaking its way in, and it's snuck its way in for a long time on TikTok. I just think TikTok's the worst, and the US has banned it, haven't they? Which is great. I hope we ban it over here. So yeah, the makers of Netflix show Adolescence have sparked a conversation in Britain and beyond on how to protect children from violent misogyny and other harmful content on social media. Okay. So Starmer, Keir Starmer, whatever you think of that sausage. Starmer's office said he backed an initiative by Netflix to stream the drama series for free to secondary schools across the country, so that as many teens as possible can watch it, which I think is brilliant. I think it's great. Was it only banned temporarily? Right, let's read some more of these comments. Where are we? I'll tell you what I find really interesting as well. By the way, if you when you come into the chat, if you hit like on the way in, it just helps the video. YouTube likes a like, and then the video gets pumped around the algorithm, and it gets seen by more people. What's quite ironic, if that's the word, is that when I was younger, I'm 35, so I'm from the last generation, I feel, of people that used to go out. Glasses. I think I've got a wonky head. I'm from the I grew up in the 90s, and I'm from the last generation that used to go out and play in the streets and play Knock-a-Door Run and Manhunt and Kirby and make your own fun. You came in at the streetlights, and it'd be easy to say that my generation and the ones before were less safe than the one now, because the one now, they're all indoors, aren't they? Generally speaking, kids of today are indoors. So you know where they are. So it's easy to feel like they're safe. But I think it's far from it. I think they're safer outside. If they're out in numbers, obviously, they've got to be out. I mean, you don't want your 10-year-old wandering the street on their own. But if they're out in numbers, they're out in droves, they're safer. When they're not, they don't have, and let's say they don't have phones, they don't have social media, they're making their own fun. How often do you hear about an abduction? It's not a common thing. That's why it's such a big thing when it comes into the news. So I think right now, the young generation, the generation that's coming through now, 10 to 20, I think them sitting in their rooms on the iPads and the iPhones and whatnot, I think that's a more dangerous place to be than where my generation and the ones before were. The comments just vanished. Oh no, there they are. Let's read some more of these comments. So Teresa, life is so busy, it's easy to overlook what's happening under our noses. Yeah, I know what you mean. You can't, I suppose you can always, you can't always be aware of what your kids are up to. You can't demand to constantly check the phones. That's an invasion of privacy, innit? So it's finding that fine line. I suppose it's tough just being a parent in the modern day. reading a few comments at the moment. So has it made anybody have a conversation? Like, is anyone here like a parent to a teenager? Has it made anyone go and have a conversation with their teen? What impact has it had on you and your children? Has it made you think more? Has it made you open the bedroom door and see what's going on? But you can't just, if you've got a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, you can't just go barging the door. It's a tough one, isn't it? It is a tough one. It's a real tough one. Let's talk about the show though as a piece of art, as a piece of drama. Woman's Warrior, how are you doing? Good to see you, Woman's Warrior. Hey Luke, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm not doing too. I'm pretty tired. I was in Manchester today. I went to Strangeways prison. I wasn't sent there. I was doing a little vlog of the prison. So yeah, let's talk about Adolescence as a piece of art, because for me, I think the writing and the acting in it is some of the best I've ever seen in my life. You was in Italy today, and you're back. So you've arrived back from Italy. Was it as nice as it is here? Yeah, the writing, stupendous. The acting, especially by... So for me, the standout, Stephen Graham, of course. The lad that played Jamie, obviously, absolute standout. But the mother of Jamie, I thought she was fantastic. Yeah, Alina, you need to go watch it. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but, well, I'm going to have to. That's what we're here to talk about. So I'd hate to lose Alina. Alina, you've just reminded me. You're in the super chat, the 5 super chat thing, aren't you? I've not forgotten you. I want to keep you here, but there will be spoilers. So I'm just going to be all over the shop here as I kind of normally am. But so you got our first episode, and we ultimately find out. We ultimately, yeah, I remember Alina. We find out at the beginning that Jamie did it, and then we go to the second part. Do you know what I found really interesting about part 2 of Adolescence? So I wonder if anyone else clocked onto this as well. What I found really interesting about the second episode is the culture of everyone's on the phone, having meetings in the office with teachers and with the police and with authority figures. Kids just walked out. Back in my day, if you're called into the head teacher's office or any office, you sit there and you have the conversation that's needed. Okay, maybe slightly different circumstances, because the girl that was being spoken to in this was the friend of victim, so slightly different. But even the way they're all on the phones and dismissive of teachers and stuff like that, but we all did it, right? We've all been there, but getting away with it as well. It kind of shows where we are in today's society. I'd love a ban on. I can't do a video about the discussion of adolescence without doing spoilers. What should we talk about? Talk about the weather. I'm afraid that's what it is. That's what we're here. That's what we're here for. So I did find in that second episode the culture now. But not only that, but this whole manosphere thing that I'd not heard of the manosphere before. And emojis. I mean, we all know that what certain emojis mean, don't we? You know what I mean? We're all adults. You know, cherries, aubergine. Let's not be daft. We know what things mean. But then you've got things like the red pill and the blue pill. I didn't have a clue what these things meant. And there's all sorts of emojis. And again, that's another thing that made me think, is that what, especially when you're a parent, is that how kids communicate now? Do they use these emojis? And I think it's like a big slap in the face, a big wake-up call to the world has changed, hasn't it? Is that someone behind me? Don't know, but if it is, we'll get that smashed over the face. I think it's a big slap in the face to, and a wake-up call to what's going on. It's not, for me, I still think that the teenagers of today, they've got it the same as how I had it when I was growing up. And then this was a wake-up call to say, actually, it's not. It's very, very, very different. It's very, very different. So that second episode was revealing for, you know, the manosphere and emojis and social media and kind of the lack of respect for authority figures and adults that the youngsters of today have. Right, by the way, so yeah, the pill thing's crazy. So I've got something really interesting to tell you. So right, quickly. So today I went to Strangeways prison to do a bit of a vlog. I walked around, show you the prison. It's one of the oldest prisons in the country. A lot of notorious prisoners have been there. Right, that's that. That vlog's up today. I walked back and there's a few more people entering. Don't forget to hit like on the way in. Always appreciated. Give it a like, comment, share. And so if you are new to the channel, if you are scrolling through the live bit now, if you're just scrolling and you've just found this channel, yeah, then stick around. Welcome. And yeah, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It's a largely true crime kind of channel, interviews in the true crime genre mainly. So if that's your bag, there's a lot of cases that I've covered in depth, then check it out. And if that's not your bag, then just keep on scrolling, and I wish you the best of luck with the rest of your life. Right, sorry, as I was saying, right. So on the way back from Strangeways today, I walked past the arena where the bombing happened at the Ariana Grande gig, and I thought, well, we'll go in there, and while I'm in Manchester, I'll go and show people the memorial for the people that died in the bombing. Funny, I'm late for live streams when the host turns up. I know, yeah. Sorry, I have cancelled a few recently, but I've had some personal circumstances. You know, life happens, done it? Like, shit happens. So I do apologise. I have cancelled a couple recently. It's just been a bit crazy. So I do apologise for that. But I'm here now. 2 lives one day. So I went to the arena, showed the memorial. Now, I wrapped up the video there. Now, Sorry, what's that? Are you going to SawCon this year or what? Sorry, John. So I'm not ignoring you, John. It's just, you know, there's comments, there's ADHD, there's all that. What's SawCon? See, you got me. Fair play to John, you got me. I like it. Well played there. You clip that if you want. Right. So, right. As I was walking back through Manchester, I'd wrapped up the whole video. There was a couple of lads filming, right? Yeah, fair play. Thumbs up for John for absolutely doing me over there with these nuts. So I was coming back through Manchester, I was walking up Market Street, and there was a couple of lads filming, and they had a microphone, and they were asking general knowledge questions to members of the public. And I thought, they've got a YouTube channel, surely. So I stopped and I was watching. And they'd finished talking to the person that they were talking to. Yeah, they finished talking to the person they were talking to. Yeah, send me an email, Woman's Warrior. Sorry, this is my problem, right? This is why I don't go live a lot, because I try and do an anecdote. I'm trying to tell a story, and then I can't not focus on the comments. So just for a moment, I'm not going to look at the comments, right? I don't want to ignore anyone. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to ignore no one. So get to the point. Right. And then I'll come back to you in a minute, Woman's Warrior. So these lads finished up asking these questions, and they stopped, and then I was like, have you got a YouTube channel? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, no way, I've just been vlogging at Strange Ways. I've got a YouTube channel myself. And it turned out they're only quite a small channel, like 300 subscribers. So I said, keep doing what you're doing, like keep going at it, respect to you. It's not easy. And then they said, do I want to be involved in the video? And I was like, yeah, of course. So they asked me a series of questions, get a few right, get a few wrong. And after that, I said to them, right, I said, when you've made my clip, we swapped details and that. I said, when you've done my clip, send it me. I'll put it on my community post, and I will share your channel, and hopefully it gives it a little bit of a boost. So they typed in my channel on their phone on YouTube, and it pops up. And then this video scheduled came up, right? And it came up, and this lad was like, no way. He went, Adolescence. I was like, yeah, I'm doing a show tonight, doing a video tonight about it. And he went, I was in it. I thought you what? I was in it. He was an extra. So he showed me a picture of him and Stephen Graham, like he proved it. So he was in it. He was an extra. He was in one of the episodes, and I'm going to interview him. I'm going to interview him about his involvement in the filming of Adolescence. So very soon, sometime, right, it's getting a bit cold. Hold on. I know it looks really warm, but it's getting a bit cold. I know it is. Bloody hell. Shut that. I might leave the other one open. No, sorry. Shut it. Right, so, yeah. Turns out he was in one of the episodes. Asked him if he wanted to do an interview about being... Even though he's only an extra, it'll be great to get an insight on the one take, the whole the one take style of it, the message that the director was getting across, the pressures, the environment, meeting the cast, and what the pre-production, what was the meetings like about, what are they trying to get across. So yeah, very soon, I think it's going to be this week, I'll interview him. There will be someone that was involved in the making of Adolescence on Break the Ice. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the notification bell and all that kind of jazz. Right, let's move on to episode 3. Yeah. So I just want to run through the episodes. Right, so episode 3, which was episode 3, the two-hander with the psychologist. Whose episode? Was that anyone's favourite episode? Let me know what you think about that. What do people think about that two-hander between Jamie and the psychologist? Because there was a few techniques in there by the psychologist, wasn't there? Like with someone mentioned it before with the sandwich. She came in with you had to feed the cat. Well, you got to feed the cat. The psychologist came in with a sandwich which was cheese and pickle, but she knew that Jamie doesn't like pickle, so it was all about. Excuse me, I need a bit of this water. Well, very weak juice. I learned that that sandwich was all about, would he, knowing that he doesn't like pickle, would he conform and have it, or would he be defiant? Would he make a fuss? Would he make a problem? Would he intimidate? That was a great bit of psychology that I learned after watching it. What I found really interesting about the episode was the whole cat and mouse vibe to it. And also how there's two things to this, isn't there? There's the actual drama, then there's like as in it's like a real life piece we're watching, then there's like the acting of it. But in that third episode, the two-hander, there's so many moments. There's so many moments in it where you just see Jamie as this young lad who's so small and innocent and smiley and nice and friendly, and then all of a sudden he's challenging. He's great actor, by the way. He's going to win all the awards. He's challenging. His eyes change. Yeah, it was like he had a split personality, and then he then gets up. He makes himself bigger. He goes over the psychologist, and he loses his shit, doesn't he? Knocks his hot chocolate, and he lost his shit. And I think that's where you really see the young angry monster that he is. And I think that's the boy that Katie saw, who he murdered. That's who she saw. And I think the psychologist saw that in him, because you can see her shaking, can't you? Then obviously she leaves the room to get a cup of tea, and she comes back and it's all fine again, and they start again, and it's calm for a bit, and then yeah, that's a good point, Alina. Yeah, method acting. Yeah, I think that's best way of doing it. Who was a great one for method acting? Heath Ledger did it, didn't he? Obviously incredible in The Joker. R.I.P. to him. Yeah, Woman's Warrior. I'll check the email after this. I'll check the email out. No problem. That's fine. I'll check it out after. And then, yeah, going towards the end of the episode 3, when he's losing it again, and it is like split personality. And yeah, that's as well. He was seeking validation from the psychologist, like, do you like me? So he's obviously got low self-esteem issues. Do you like me? Is there a bigger picture there then? Is there a bigger picture amongst the young people these days? And I'll go back to Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram. In the world of Instagram in particular, are people putting pictures on all the time, filtered and altered and whatever you do. I mean, I don't have social media apart from this YouTube. But how hard must it be for people that have got low self-esteem, and then people post pictures on Instagram and they make themselves look perfect, and then you've got someone with low self-esteem who might not be the most attractive or best looking, and they see that and think, I'm nothing, I'm ugly, I'm not worthy. Do you know what I mean? Jamie thought he was ugly. So is there a bigger picture there then? Has it gone off? Are we back? 1 second. Are we back? I lost someone rang me. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb. Am I back? Right, give me 1 second. 1 second. Someone's at the door. 1 sec. I'll be back. Sorry about that. Where was we? Where bloody was we? What's going on? What were we talking about? That's it. It was self-esteem, wasn't it? So I've just ran to the front door. My mate just turned up. Long story. Right, so I was doing a striptease, yeah, because that wouldn't get me banned off YouTube, would it? So yeah, the self-esteem thing. I think the whole comparing yourself to someone else, whether it be on Instagram or clicks. If you have groups on like Snapchat and you're not included, there's the point. I think the point I'm making here is I think there's a lot of self-esteem and confidence issues amongst the younger people today. We've all had self-esteem issues, we've all had confidence issues, but I think now it's worse than ever. Too much comparing to other people. Whether it's pictures or whether it's clicks. I don't mean clicks, I mean like cliques. There's, you know, whether what else is there? Like, so you got how many? You got TikTok, you got Snapchat, you've got Instagram. The comparing. The comparing thing is a big one. So yeah, Jamie. Let's go back to Jamie. Thinking he was ugly. Do you like me? So obviously, like, there's an issue with his own self-esteem, and I think that is a bigger problem. We got someone new to the channel. Right, who we got? We've got Builder Bob. Hi, I'm new to the channel. How are you, hon? I'm trans. Hope that's okay. Of course it's okay. Why would it not be okay? Hit that subscribe, hit that like, and welcome. This channel is for everyone. The only people that aren't allowed on this channel are wankers. Yeah? If you're not a nice person, you're not allowed in. Everyone else is absolutely welcome. You get bullied 24/7. Oh. I don't like seeing shit like that. Have you got friends? Have you got friends? I'm not going to call you Builder Bob. I'm just going to call you Bob. Right, we're going to take a moment here just to talk to Bob. Have you got friends, Bob? We're going to take a moment to talk to Bob. Have you got a circle around you? Is there anyone you can? Have you got like any parents you're close to? I'll tell you what, Bob. Right? If you're over 18, send me an email. Right? Here we go. Yes, for being trans, it's the world we live in, sadly. Everything nowadays, it's all about how many likes. I do have friends, but when I change, friendships changed. Right, Bob, if you're over 18, right, Bob, send me an email. Send me an email, Bob. And from Manchester, my neck of the woods. I was in town today. If you want to talk about it, if you'd like to come on the channel and talk about it, talk about your transition, then you are more than welcome, because this channel's all about real life stories. Do you know what I mean? Real life stories, the real world. I've interviewed a fair few people on this channel, people that are known, people that have been in the media, you know, all sorts of people. But I've also interviewed the guy next door. Do you know what I mean? So send me an email, even if you just want to offload. Thank you, I appreciate it. Are you online tomorrow? And I will share my story with you lot. Tomorrow. I might. Send me an email first, right? Send me an email first, Builder Bob. We'll talk, yeah? We'll have a chat on email and we'll sort something, yeah? But you are more than welcome to come on this channel, and if you want to share your transition story. I did have I had a lady called Samantha on this channel, who had a trans, I think I think it was trying to think of the transition, female to male. So Builder Bob, if you go on to my interviews, there's an interview. Hold on 1 second. Where is it? I need to find the name of it for you. And I think you should check it out because it's about a mother that had a transgender kid, and that kid had some mental health issues, and they went to a psych ward, and they sadly took their own life. So I interviewed that lady. I'm just trying to think of what it's. Where is it? Where are we? Right. Why won't it open? Oh, it does my head in that. Right, go on my interviews. You'll find it. It's quite easy. But yeah, my email is open. My email's open to pretty much anyone. So yeah, you're welcome. No, I didn't bump into Charlie V. No. Yeah, so email's open anyway for Bob. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Check out the content. And yeah, we will speak soon. Right, so just going back onto what we're talking about again. Oh yeah, we're talking about adolescence, aren't we? So episode 3, where it ends, where that ending where Jamie took a lot of pleasure. Did you notice? Jamie took a lot of pleasure in, he was stood over. He was stood over the psychologist, and it was quiet, and then he went to scare her, to show like male dominance or something like that. And she was quite scared, but she held it in together, didn't she? So is that how young lads are today? Do they think they have this kind of dominance over women? There's so many questions. I don't know what the answers are. My nan and granddad recommended your page. My granddad said he's a lovely guy. Oh, say thank you to your grandparents for me. A shout out to Builder Bob's grandparents. I wonder what video they saw. I do wonder what video they saw. But thank you, I appreciate that. Right, now, let's talk about... Now, for me, this was the best episode for me, and it was the 4th episode. Unbelievable. Because it tells such a story about how normal this, Stephen Graham is called, how normal this family is. How Eddie, Jamie's dad, is a hard-working man. A nice man, a hard-working man. He goes to work to graft to bring home the bacon. His mum is a decent lady. His sister is doing A-levels. They live in a nice house. There's love there. There was, he never hit him. He never hit his kids. Now, what's interesting is that Eddie said that his dad, so Jamie's granddad, used to batter him. Used to batter Eddie, Jamie's dad. But look how Eddie ended up. Fine. And Eddie never hit his child, Jamie. But then look how Jamie turned out. Jamie's mother was good. Jamie's dad was a hard worker. But look how Jamie turned out. He was a murderer. And then you see him hold it together through the whole episode, don't you? But then the effects that Jamie's actions had. You've got the that word, which I'm not going to say on YouTube. You've got the word wrote on the side of the van. And there's talk about, do they move, and they shouldn't because it'll follow them, kind of thing. And it shows them going about their day, and well, I say going about their day, they're going to get paint to get rid of it, and Eddie is he's holding it together. And I think even though Eddie saw the I'm going to play the scene in a minute because I think it's fair use. I'm going to play the scene. Yeah, this is a tearjerker. Eddie saw Jamie commit the crime. Eddie actually saw the CCTV, but he didn't believe it. He couldn't accept it, even though he saw it with his own eyes. And then Jamie calls him, doesn't he? And he said that he's going to go, he's going to change his plea and go guilty. And there's silence in the car. I mean, you cut the tension with cut the tension with a knife. It's probably not the right analogy for the drama we're talking about, but you could hear a pin drop. Now, this, I'm going to play, hold on. 1 second. Anyway, while I'm finding this link, you have that scene with the parents where they're discussing. We thought he was safe in his room. We thought he was safe. We got him that computer. He was safe, but what was he absorbing? What was he taking in? And I think that is the point of Adolescence. What is the younger generation absorbing now? What are they watching? What's going on? You know what I mean? And I think there's only so much protection that you can actually have over your children without invading their space too much. Do you know what I mean? So you've got the parents talking about, could we have done better, this, that, the other? And what I found brilliant from the mother was, I think it's okay to say that we could have done better. I think that's an okay thing to say. And then you see Jamie's dad go into his room. Now this, right, so, yeah, it is going to be shown in schools, the Purple Yoda. Now that final scene with Stephen Graham, apart from one scene at the end of Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks, for me, this scene is one of the greatest acted scenes in the history of television. And this can bring the toughest person to tears. I'm going to play it. It's fair use in it, so. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm going to play it. I know I'm trying, but my iPad's tripping. Excuse my iPad. It's really smashed to bits. So this is the final Easter egg. That's a little Easter egg to show the knife. There's a little bit of trivia for you. So yeah, that scene, bloody hell, I've never seen nothing like it. I've never ever seen a scene like that, like brought a tear to my eye, what that did. And yeah, he's mourning the death of his child's still alive, isn't it? But the innocent child, you know, that he remembers is gone. His kid's a murderer. So that is, that's the song's called "Through the Eyes of a Child." It's by Aurora. Yeah, and like I was saying, yeah, exactly. Teresa is not the child that he thought he was. It's so sad. It's like mourning the loss of a child that's still alive, but you're mourning the person you thought that he was. So, yeah, incredible acting. And a couple of things I found out about that scene is, like I said, the director put pictures and messages from Stephen Graham's family off camera. That helped with his breakdown. And also, as well, the scene wasn't supposed to end like that. Stephen Graham was supposed to get into his kid's bed and basically be an avatar for his kid, you know. But again, the director put a teddy bear in the bed and said, "Do what you want with the teddy bear." And Stephen Graham just went with that instead. Tucked it in. That's why Stephen Graham is goated. That's why Stephen Graham acts with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Do you know what I mean? He's one of, I think he's our greatest actor with Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. And that final line, "I should have done better," was ad-libbed as well. But I think we know it's not the parents' fault that Jamie did what he did. We know it's nothing to do with the family. Yet he bears responsibility, and he feels some kind of, he feels that he's at fault in some way. So yeah, that's kind of the start to finish of Adolescence as a piece of drama. I think it's incredible. I'm glad it's going to be going into schools. I think that high school age kids need to see this. I think parents need to see this. I think everyone needs to watch it and just be a bit more vigilant about. I've not read your email. I'm still live. I will read it after. I will read it after, I promise you. Yeah. What's I saying then? There goes the ADHD. Just be a bit more vigilant, I think, about what your kids are up to, what they're consuming on social media, what they're watching on TikTok, if they've got it, and just talk to them more, I think. I know they don't always tell the truth, do they? I mean, did you when you was a kid? I didn't always tell the truth when I was a kid. But I think all you can do is ask and let your kids know that you're there for them. And I think what the most important thing is as well is, like, limit that screen time. Put parental locks on if you can. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Adolescence had a real big impact on myself personally. And I just think it's outstanding. I just think it's unbelievable. Let's give away 5 more memberships, shall we? Why not? Let's give away 5 more memberships. Do you know why? Because I can. Let's do it. If you are new to the channel, if you just like stumbled across it, hit subscribe and yeah, check out what is available on this channel. Like, oh god, oh, I got my volume up and I've just gone onto my channel and it's going to play an advert. No idea what I was just saying then. But I can't decide who gets these memberships. It's not down to me. It's just random. It's random. So I hope Bob gets one. So who's emailing me then? Woman's Warrior, you've emailed me. I'll get to that tonight. And Bob, email me, Bob, as well. Yeah. And anyone else, like, if you ever want to share a story on this channel, then no matter what it is, you know, within reason kind of thing, send me an email, and I'm all about sharing real life stories. Let's give out some more memberships in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Woman's Warrior, you got a membership. Alina got a membership. How that is class. Alina and Woman's Warrior, who are right here, right now, have been gifted memberships. As has Ra6757, Crazed of 5, and Granny D. G to the Dizzle. Congrats. Right, so Women's Warrior and Alina, who are here now, if you go onto my channel, and I know I'll say this all the time like a broken record, but there's about 50 videos just for members. So go and check them out. Yeah, go and check them out. They're all there available. And I hope you enjoy them. Right, Woman's Warrior, I can't read your email now because I log into my email. Hold on, let me check. Look, hold on, let me just check. What I'm gonna basically, I log into my emails on my phone, and it's the Face ID thing. I forgot the password, so unless it's already open on no, I don't. Hold on, let me try. Hold on, might be able to be. Hold on. Hold on a minute. We'll get there. Yeah, I can get in. Right, I need to screen this. I can't just read it without. I can't just read it out. So I need to look at this first. I can't just read an email out without having a good look at it first. I hope you appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? I need to look at it first before I read it out. Tracy Brazier, you've got a store. You've got a TL. What's that? True Life. Is that TL? Is that what that means? True Life story, Luke. Email me. Tracy, email me. I wanna share these real life stories. So Tracy Brazier, email me at breaktheice123@hotmail.com. That is on my homepage on my channel. So if you want to send me an email and let me know about that, and if you want to come on the channel and talk about it, that's fine. That's no problem. Thank you for the compliment, Woman's Warrior. I will read your email. I can't read it out live without having a look at it properly first. I hope you understand that. See you later, Blue Nomad. Thank you for being here. Luke, maybe you could look at it and then research the actual PDF file who were caught and do an episode about it. Well, like I said, that's what I mean. I noticed PDF, so I can't read an email without having a good look at it that's got that language in it. So I'll check it out first, and I'll see the content of it, and yeah, we'll go from there. Right, I am going to, right, so I need to speak, right, ADHD out my head. I've been 2 lives in one day is far too much for me. It's been sunny as well, so the sun's got to me. It's tired me out. I've been walking everywhere. Right, so Tracy, email me, breaktheice123@hotmail.com. I've got yours, Woman's Warrior, and Bob. Bob, where are you? Where have you gone? Where's our Bob gone? Bob! Bob! Where's Bob? Anyway, Bob, send me an email as well. So I've got one email, I'm expecting 2 more. I'm not swearing at you. So I'm expecting 3 in total. Paul or Robert, thank you for my gift of membership. I've never been able to afford to become a member, so I will enough using it. Yeah, like I said, there's loads of videos on there. There's even things that aren't like. There's a lot of things that. So I've got a chef background. So there's loads and loads of food hacks on there. They will help your cooking experience. They will help your cooking experience, but they're member only videos because they don't fit the niche of the channel. Are you with me? But then there's also there's all sorts of things that are just exclusive for members. Just check it out. Check it out. They're all there available. So there we go. Little chat about. You are very welcome. It wasn't my choice who got them, but I'm really glad that you got one, Woman's Warrior. I'm really glad you got one. I've not done that, the Desolate one. Do not try grass soup. Well, yeah. Let me be the one that tries grass soup. Yeah, I'll try the grass soup, so you don't have to. Yeah. And on that note, we're going to call it a night. So thanks everyone that's been here today, all day. We've had Strange Rays this morning. We've had Adolescence tonight. I've got a few emails to come. I've got an interview at some point this week with somebody that was in Adolescence, so that's going to be really interesting. What else have we got? I've got a few a couple of true crimey vlogs coming up. So I'm going to go to certain areas, and do some true crimey. I say true crimey because they are high crime areas. So I'm going to go there and do that. So that should be a mix of interesting and nerve-wracking, but YOLO, innit? You live once. Right. Thank you for everybody that's been here today for both lives. Thank you for the interaction. If you're watching this like on catch up, please leave any comments, give your opinion on what do you take from Adolescence. Like the video, share, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I will see you all soon. I always appreciate everyone that comes in and makes a comment or just checks out the video. Without any of you, the channel is nothing. So thank you once more. Have a great evening, and as always, someone say it. Someone say it. And as always, first one to say it wins £1. You don't really. I'm going to be sat here for ages, eh? Someone say it before I've got to say it. I'm going to give like 5 more seconds. Right. That's it. Time's up. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. And as always, peace out. Tracy got it. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.